What up, y'all? PGN podcast episode 69. Pause.
Man.
Um, we did a little impromptu one on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much y'all enjoyed that one, but we had 20 people in there the whole time. Just to let you
Yeah.
know.
I did not know that. That's great.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 20 people in there on. So right now OKC is beating the Grizz 68-36.
Yeah, we kind of saw that one coming. I don't think any of
Wow.
us picked against the Thunder.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah. So Friday we had a little impromptu one. I was on the go. We had I think we had good discussions about the playoffs, but WrestleMania
Mm.
was kind of choppy. But I think we still got a pretty good little preview in there. But we'll go over WrestleMania day one later on.
Yep.
But yeah, how was your weekend though? Good.
It was good. Watched the playoffs. I watched Mania. And Mania's tonight. So I'm gonna watch the second part. And they still got playoffs. So this should be a good end of the weekend for spring break. We got work tomorrow, but I'm happy for it.
Word.
Well, Easter got to see my niece on FaceTime, so it was kind of cool.
We gonna watch Mania at home.
Yeah, where are you watching Maniac? I don't know if you're watching it.
I don't know if I'm watching it. Got so much shit going on. But now I think he was going to your boy's house.
Oh, nah, so there, everyone's doing Easter dinner right now. Like
Oh,
Jordan,
right.
yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So like everyone's doing like their Easter little dinner with fam and stuff like that. It's cool.
Word. Yeah. I didn't even catch. We'll go over it. We'll go over it. But yeah, let's get to this playoffs. We'll talk about a little bit what happened last night. Yesterday, right? So the first
Hmm.
game, was the Bucks and Pacers blowout.
Called it.
Um, it looks like Giannis isn't enough. I thought Giannis would be enough, but the other guys, bro, Kuzma had 0 points. What, like zero rebounds or something
Yep,
like that? Like
everything zero.
the other starter, Torian Prince, had 0 points. Insane. So it looks like the bench is pretty good though. I think Trent Gary Trent had 14, Kevin
Yep.
Porter Jr. had 12, the other white boy had 14. So the bench did good. It's just the starters, man. You can't. I think starters in total had 50 points. You can't do that.
Nope.
You can't do that. And we talked about it. The Pacers are a deep team. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So they're gonna throw a lot of guys at you, and they're gonna play matchups, and they have a lot of guys that can do different things. You know what I'm saying? So think about it. Last year they were in the Western Conference Finals.
Yep.
You know
Eastern
what I mean?
Conference Finals.
Yeah, Eastern Conference Finals. My bad.
That's
So
cool.
Pacers aren't a horrible team. I just thought that Giannis would be enough, but the way I saw how they did the game was they didn't collapse on Giannis. They didn't try
No.
to stop Giannis. They said, okay, go ahead, put your points up,
Hmm.
put up your 30-something points, get your fucking 10 rebounds, blah, blah, but you ain't passing out for threes, bitch.
Nope.
You ain't passing out for threes. Just score. You know what I'm saying? So it looks like if Dame don't come back, let's come back game three, they're saying. If Dame don't come back and relieve some pressure off Giannis, this is looking bad.
Yeah.
And we even said, bro, too in the preview, the Pacers have had the Bucks number,
Yep.
even with Lillard. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? So we're gonna see where that goes, but it ain't looking too good, man. My Bucks winning is what I had 7 or 6. I had 7.
Yeah.
I had Bucks at 7. I don't know. That's not looking too good right now, but it's a long series. We never know. We got game two, what, Monday, I think.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that one goes. But it ain't much to talk about that game. That was a blowout.
Nah, and my prediction might be coming true. I was talking to Coach about it. I was like,
Yeah,
bro, I'm trying to tell you, man, the Pacers just look like a better team. And even if Dame comes back, they could be down 0-2 at that point. So now
yeah,
he's out of wax, and but I like my pick right now with the Pacers. Like you said, that was kind of a blowout. We can move on to the next game, which was probably the best game of yesterday, which was
yeah,
the Clippers versus the Nuggets. And wow, that was
yeah. Looks like Westbrook stepped up.
yep.
Uh, that was what we talked about in the preview too. Well, I had Clippers. You had Clippers too, right?
Hmm.
Coach, I think we had them in 7, so we
Yeah, we
we
had
know
them
it's
all
gonna be
seven.
a series. Um, but yo, it just looked like Jokic still a beast. And
We know
we
that.
said the X factor was Jamal Murray and Westbrook. You
Yep.
know, and they stepped up. So I mean, as long as they can step up, the Nuggets should win it because Jokic is probably the best player in the NBA right now. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like this year, Shea Gilgeous probably gonna win the MVP because the Thunder
But
were the number one seed
let's
again.
see. But Jokic
Um,
is the best player in the league. We all know that.
but Jokic, he could possibly win it again. You know, if he wins it again, Jokic, we're not gonna be surprised. You know, people might get upset because they're like, "Yo, come on, when is Shea gonna win it?" You know, he's got his team number
Mm-hmm.
one seed 2 years in a row. What's saying what's going on here? But we all know the best player in the NBA right now is it's fucking Jokic. You know what I mean? So he's gonna
Yep.
give you your 25 plus every game. He's gonna give
Yep.
you your 10 plus rebounds, your 10 plus assists. It's all gonna be on Jamal Murray and Westbrook. Can Westbrook do what he did like that all series? I don't know. That's the issue. Can
Yep.
Jamal Murray do what he did yesterday all series? We'll see. But hey, man, what I also brought up in the preview was James Harden. I said that James Harden now has Kawhi there, so maybe the pressure be off him a little bit in the
Yep.
playoffs. But I felt like yesterday Harden pulled some shit that kind of lost him the game a little bit. You know what I'm saying? With his, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
the playoff, James Harden could be a problem
Yeah.
even with Kawhi there,
Ugh.
even with the team. Because in the end, yeah, they got a deep team. They got Norman Powell. They got all these guys, but it does the Clippers do rely on Harden and Kawhi to do their thing.
That's true. And James Harden had a before the end that he from the first quarter on, he had a pretty good game. He was hitting
Yeah,
threes. He was doing so. My thing is like I agree with you. Yeah, but you don't want to waste these type of games because what happens if James Harden goes next game, he gives 12. Now Kawhi, he started off hot too, but then he faded off towards the end. I'm like, bro, the Clippers problem is they're a good team, but they need their best players to step up when it was it. I was like Russell Westbrook should not be out rebounding James Harden and all that and like Kawhi. It just is not a good look.
yeah,
But Russ hit the shot in the corner. Harden tried to do. Kawhi's not even calling for the ball. I'm like, this is your best player. Call for the
yeah,
ball. Like you got
yeah,
to do that type of stuff. But like we said, it's gonna be a long series. It was a really good game. Clippers were leading for most of it until the Nuggets went on their little run in the fourth quarter.
yeah,
Nuggets' problem is they gonna have to do something with Michael Porter Jr. He's your starter, and he only had 3 points. You had to play Russell Westbrook. That's not a good look.
yeah,
That's the thing. I'm always worried about the Nuggets.
yeah. And Paul, he's a big guy that can score, and I felt like since they've won the finals, he's
Hmm.
taken step back, step back, step back.
Hmm.
He hasn't had a good year since they won the finals, and he's the guy that should be stepping up. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? Like if you see Jamal Murray's hurt, he should be the next guy up scoring. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know what's up with him. Maybe there's something going on behind the scenes that
Hmm.
he's not handling, or I don't know. It's a weird situation. Like you said, 3 points, you can't be having that. That's wild.
No.
For your
No.
talent, that's
You
wild.
And all you do is shoot threes, bro. And then the Jokic hits you, and like he just wasn't making it. I was like, nah. Think about it, they didn't play him the fourth quarter or overtime. I'm like, bro, you're a starter. That's a bad look. And now Jamal Murray, with him, he could have 20 points and then he could have 10.
Yeah,
You can't. That's the only thing I'm worried about with the Nuggets. But I think they should be fine. And this will be a good series going on, no matter what. I don't know if you have any more comments on this game, but this was the best game of the
yeah,
night.
it
So for
was.
me,
It was. Because you could say like we said, you could say Kawhi and Harden down the stretch of the game didn't do their thing, but they still went to overtime. You know what I'm
yes,
saying? It still was a close game. So we had Clippers at seven. Is going seven.
yeah,
It should go seven. It looks like it is going to go seven. And I'm excited to see this whole series. It looks like it's going to
yeah,
be crazy.
yep. And what was the next game? Next game was, of course, your Knicks.
Yeah. Let's go. Go New York, go New York, go New York, go. So, let me stop.
Nah,
I'm gonna say this. For the most of the game, I was nervous.
I knew you were. I was
I was
like looking at the
nervous.
score.
And I said that in the preview. I said I'm nervous with the Pistons. You know what I'm saying? They're a tough team. But what I said the Knicks in six was playoff experience.
Yep.
In the end, the Knicks playoff experience is what won the game.
Yeah,
They
that's
won that
true.
they were down by what 85-78.
Uh-huh.
Then they went down 98-90.
Yep.
And think about it, campaign was there during the Suns when they went to the finals, so he had the playoff
Yes.
experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what I didn't like about the Knicks was happening with the Knicks was, for some reason Malik Beasley was taking a heart. He was talking shit. He was hitting threes. He was being scrappy. He was getting the Knicks out their game. He was pulling a Josh Hart type shit. You
Yep.
know what I mean? And campaign, he started off when he hit that layup and
Yeah.
they won. He went to the Malik Beasley was like, "Fucking talking about we here, we here, we here." He got right up. I said that's what changed the game.
Yeah.
Once campaign started going being the goon and coming at Malik Beasley,
Yeah.
that's what changed the whole landscape of the game. Because then the Knicks got confidence. Brunson came in. Brunson started scoring. Josh Hart started scoring. They won a 21-0 run. That shit went crazy. Bro, I was at my boy's house, all Knicks fans. We were going fucking nuts. We were fucking jumping up and down. We were quiet most of the game. We were sitting there with our heads down like, oh, man, this is looking bad.
No,
But
yeah.
it's to me, it's a good and bad thing with the Pistons because, yes, they played the Knicks rough, pause up until that 21-0 run.
Yep.
But Hardaway had a good game. Tobias Harris had a really good game.
Yeah, I told you.
How many times are these guys gonna have a good game? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
squander the opportunity here.
Yeah, that's the thing I was mad about. And I'm more mad at Cade Cunningham because he had a bad game. You're the leader. You can't waste games like this for Tobias Harris and all of them type of players.
Yeah,
He had like 6 points up until the third. I'm like, bro, you're the
yeah,
best player on this team. I get it. He was trying to get his teammates involved, but
yeah,
nah, you need to get your buckets. You should at least have 30 that game. Because if he scores 30, I think that game goes into overtime
yeah.
or anything. That's what I'm trying.
But
That's what I'm trying.
here's the thing, and I've been talking shit about OG Anunoby all fucking year. The past 2 months, I don't know, OG's been stepping up. Something happened, and his brain when Brunson got hurt. He's been scoring. He kept us afloat the first half. And he
Yeah.
put up like 19, 20 points in the first half. His defense on Kate Cunningham was fucking good. He was on him. And then once the Knicks went up in that 21, in between that 21-0 run, the whole
Yeah.
defense of the Knicks stepped up. Towns is stealing the ball. Towns is
Yeah.
blocking motherfuckers. They're diving for shit out of bounds. Like, it
Yeah.
turned the fuck up. So once that turned up happened, the Pistons weren't ready for it. They
Yeah.
couldn't counterpunch. And they just got knocked them out. You know what I'm saying? So definitely exciting game, but it's gonna be a good series.
Yeah.
The Knicks have to win game two, I think. I think that's a must win. Because I think once you go to Detroit, it's gonna turn around. Like the Detroit, they haven't had a contender in a long time. So
Exactly.
that building's gonna be turned up. The others that like Isaiah Stewart, Duran, uh, Thompson, his brother plays for the fucking Rockets.
Yep.
He had a bad game yesterday, but those guys are gonna turn up in Detroit,
Yep.
and that's gonna be where that's why the Knicks have to win game two,
Yeah.
so that if you lose the two over there in Detroit, at least you know what I'm saying,
You'll
you
be
got the
fine.
chance.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
but also if you win game two, if you could split it 1-1 in Detroit, you come back to MSG up 3-1. You know what I mean? So that's why I think game two is pivotal. You can't
You
you
can't.
can't split to me because then if the Pistons win both games in Detroit, now you're down 3-1.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're in trouble.
Yeah.
So and to me, I don't think you want to split and then split. Then it's 2-2. You're in a
Yeah.
scrappy kind of now. You're in a you don't know what can happen now. You know what I mean? You got to put this team away as fast as possible because I think the Celtics will make quick work of the Magic. They'll do
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
4-1.
Hmm.
maybe a 4-2, and even if they go 4-2, I think the Celtics are gonna rest Porzingis. They're gonna rest Jalen
Jalen
Brown.
Brown, yeah, especially
They're gonna
Brown.
rest these guys because they're gonna say we're looking for the bigger picture.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So you're coming into a series where you're probably gonna have, if you win this against Detroit, you're looking at a healthy Porzingis, looking at a well rested Jalen Brown. You got to be ready. So you got to make quick work of these guys because you can't go into the Boston series after a 7-game series.
Oh,
You can't because you're gonna go in there tired as fuck, and they're gonna run you off the court.
yep.
So, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I'm confident now the Knicks winning this in 6. I think in the end, the Pistons just aren't ready. And hey, 2 years in a row, Knicks we got to the second round. So we're battle tested. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that could be the deciding factor. But good game yesterday. It was a good game.
It was. It was. Pistons showed a lot of fight. They were attacking. Tim Hardaway Jr. was done. Like Tim Hardaway Jr. Where did this come from? Like I saw
Yo,
two.
he went crazy. Yo, third quarter, he was going. You could have stopped him third quarter. He was going and one, hitting threes, hitting mid range. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? I was going crazy. Tim Hardaway fucking Jr. And what I liked about Tim yesterday, he played the bench.
Yeah.
He had the guys coming in and out. He was playing matchups. He had a period where Mitch Robinson and Towns played together, and he had OG out, but then he switched up. He put Campaign. He put in, Miles McBride. He did good yesterday with the
Yeah.
bench. And what I
Yeah.
liked about it is when Campaign got hot, he left him in.
There you go.
He benched Bridges. Bridges didn't do shit yesterday. He
Yeah.
benched Bridges for the whole fourth quarter. And said,
Couldn't play.
Campaign's giving us the edgy right now. Let's just leave it the way it
Go with the
is.
hot hand. Yeah, you got to go with the hot hand. Bridges was
So
killing you guys. Yeah.
yeah, so I give Tibbs that. You know what I mean? So yeah, good game yesterday.
And then we had the last game, which we all picked the Lakers in like 5 or 6, and they got mollywopped by the Timberwolves. My gosh, like
Yeah, yeah,
after the second quarter, they never had the lead again. And Luca still had a great game,
yeah.
but LeBron, AR, I it's not a worrying sign for me, but I'm just like, is this gonna wake you guys up? Because I'm like, LeBron, you can't have 8 points up to the fourth quarter and you can't do that. You gotta help your boy out. I
Yo,
still think Lakers win this series, but I'm a little bit more worried about them if I'm a Lakers fan, because that's
yeah.
a bad showing. That's a really bad showing.
And yesterday I would say this: LeBron looked old.
Yeah. Yeah.
LeBron looked old yesterday, bro. And the thing with me with LeBron is that during the season, you can get away with LeBron not going 1-on-1 and kind of
Mm-hmm.
drifting around and kind of playing team defense. In the playoffs, you can't do that. They're gonna
Nah.
exploit that.
Exploit. Yep.
And you saw yesterday, yo, McDaniels went crazy. Nas
Mm-hmm.
Reed went crazy. Julius Randle had a quiet 16.
Yep.
Like the whole team went crazy. Nas Reed went ballistic, bro.
Mm-hmm.
First half, he was splashing shit from three. I'm like, what
Yep.
the fuck? So you're in a bad spot because think about it. Anthony Edwards had 22 points and they blew
Yep.
you out.
Exactly. What if he go? That's the point.
What if he goes nuclear, drops 40 on you?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're in trouble.
Yep.
And in reality, you have no one to guard Anthony Edwards.
No.
You know what I mean? Nobody. Now, don't tell me now that you have nobody to guard Nas Reed. That you have nobody to guard Julius Randle. You have nobody to guard Jaden McDaniels. Because then now you're in trouble.
Yep.
Now you're in trouble. You have nobody to guard these guys. And what rears ugly heads when I brought up in the preview, the Lakers front court, they don't have a big man.
No.
You have
Jackson.
Gobert getting rebounds. I saw McDaniels getting offensive rebounds.
Yep.
They just looked out of it to me. Our
Yep.
defense, they looked out of it. They didn't know what to do. The Timberwolves totally just knocked them out there on their ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Pause. Like they fucking they just fucking knocked them out the box. They didn't know what they were doing. On
Yep.
offense, they were lost. They were lost on defense. They just looked lost. And I think LeBron, being a veteran, once he saw it going that way, he clocked out.
Yep.
He's like, I'm not wasting my energy. We're getting our ass whipped. I'm not going hard. You know what I
Yep.
mean? I'm gonna drift around. I'm gonna shoot. here and there. I'm gonna take this L. I'm gonna come back game two and see what happens.
Yeah, game
Um,
two is very pivotal for them.
yeah.
Game two is very pivotal for them. You
They
don't want
don't
to go
wanna
down.
go back to the drawing board with JJ Redick.
Yeah.
They're gonna get the film together.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna figure some shit out. So we'll see what game two does. If game two goes the same way, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's a wrap, bro.
Let's call it a wrap. Call it a
Yeah.
wrap.
Game two,
Call it
another
a
fucking
wrap.
blowout. It's a fucking wrap.
Call it a wrap. I agree. I agree. That's it's gonna be scary. Um, and Luca, this is your first playoffs. You gonna have to be the leader because you're the number one guy. You gotta rally your troops behind AR, LeBron. Who is it? Rui. You gotta get them. They gotta come out blazing because you're gonna even if you win tomorrow, you're gonna want to win one of those games in Minnesota. You're going to have to win one
Yeah.
of those games in Minnesota. So it just didn't look like a good night. It looked like the Lakers came out lethargic. So I don't have
Yeah.
anything else to say about that one.
And I'm
We'll
gonna
see
say
what
this.
happens Tuesday.
I'm gonna say this. Luca was good yesterday offensively. Defensively,
Defensively,
bad.
but
Bad. And
yeah,
here's the thing with Luca. Luca has this is what everybody got mad at the Mavs about. How you trade away Luca. And it
hmm,
wasn't just trading away Luca. It was, can I give this man $350 million
yeah,
to lead my franchise? That was the issue. It was he was gonna get a supermax. You look at that, what, 5, 6, 7 years or some shit like that, at
yeah.
300 and something, almost $400 million. It, it looked yesterday like, bro, the dude can't defend.
No,
And yeah, he's fucking splashing threes and he's doing all this wild shit, but he's such a horrible defender. Like, you're canceling out when you're
yeah,
doing on offense. You know
it's
what I mean?
true.
And for some reason, even though he scored a lot yesterday, he has a laziness to him to me.
Yeah,
I don't
very
know what it
lazy.
is. It's just his body language, or maybe it's just his aura. I don't know. He just looks lazy.
Yep,
He acts lazy. Like, you know what I mean? It's like that's the issue with me with Luca. And now the trade is done, you're seeing it.
yep,
And he has to change his whole persona. He really has to go under LeBron's wing. He really
yep.
has to. And I felt like this is his best chance to do that because if he would have stayed in Dallas, he was too comfortable.
Yeah,
He,
yeah,
he
yeah.
thought he wasn't being traded. He
Mm-hmm.
knew the coach wasn't going to argue with him. He knew he was so good. He was drinking beer, smoking
Yep,
hookah. That was a report coming out
yeah,
on the during the week. He's drinking beer. He's smoking hookah. He's going to the club. He was just so like, oh, whatever. I'll just play myself to shape. Oh, you know what? I'll just turn up in the playoffs. Whatever. Oh, you know what? During the year, I have Kyrie carry me, and then playoffs come. Whatever. Like, nah,
yep.
bro. No.
You gotta step it up. Yeah, you gotta step it up. And this is a wake up call. This is a wake up call to you and to the Lakers. Like, yo,
Yeah.
all that lazy defense, you gotta get better. Because the Lakers were good in defense before the end of the season. So I don't know what the fuck's going on now,
Yeah.
but maybe
But
the
then
Timberwolves
the
are
whole
big.
the whole game, Anthony Edwards is going pick. Give me Luca. Switch up.
Yep.
The whole game he just pointed at Luca. He just kept doing it. Yeah. He just kept doing
So
it.
whew.
Yeah. We'll
Well,
see
we'll
what
see
happens.
Tuesday. Yeah, next game's Tuesday, I believe. Um, yeah, I don't know if we want to talk about any of these games. The one game I do want to talk about is the Rockets Warriors. I think that's the most interesting
Well,
game of
we're gonna
today.
talk about how who's gonna win the series real quick. So we got Memphis OKC right now.
Come on.
Uh, OKC whipping their fucking ass.
Thank
99
you.
48. But
SGA's having a bad game and they're still blowing them out by come on. That one's a wrap. The
yeah,
Magic
I think
Celtics.
even before this game, everyone was gonna pick OKC to win the series.
Yes.
Um, I'll say, I would have said 4-1, 4-2 the most.
Yeah.
But I'll probably go 4-1.
Yeah.
Um, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I think this was an easy series to pick.
Easy, very easy. Even the next one, the Celtics Magic. That's an easy
Yeah.
series to pick.
The thing real quick I'll say about Memphis is not only is it easy because OKC is too good, but you just fired your coach.
Yeah.
Like, you just fired your coach, and
um,
and to me it's like you're letting the inmates run the asylum.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with. I was worried about the Nuggets. They won yesterday, but you got rid of your coach. Is that gonna be something that happens in the playoffs where a coach does the wrong thing, he makes the
Yeah.
wrong play, blah blah. Like when the first game the Nuggets had in Sacramento, they had Jokic on the board
Yep.
making the plays. Like what's going on over here?
Yeah.
It's
See.
wild, bro. And I think that at least Jokic is a leader. That you fired the coach in Memphis, who's your leader? John Morant. The
Right.
dude's
Yeah.
a head case. The dude's a head case. And people may laugh at it or all this shit. I don't laugh at that shit. If you're the NBA, there's some kind of professionalism.
Yeah. Oh,
Why
David
are you
Stern would have
still
cut
doing
that shit out.
Why are you still doing this? Why are you throwing a grenade in the crowd? Why are you just being a dick? And part of me to me is like, I wish David Stern was around. He
Ooh.
would have been suspended with the bomb.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Just the gun gesture. They fined him for it. The gun gesture.
Yeah.
Golden State. He would have been suspended.
Yep.
At least until the season was over.
Yeah. David Stern was not one to mess with. Axe Carmelo, Axe Kenyon, Axe Ronald. Yo, David Stern was like, yo, I know who the fuck you hanging out with. Cut that shit out.
Yeah, so I think that's what hurt them. OKC, they're locked in, bro. So that's an easy one. Celtics Magic, like you said, same thing. That should be easy. 4-1, maybe
Yep.
4-2, but
Yep.
we'll see how it goes. At the house yesterday I was at, they were like, "Oh, but the Magic were top 5 team." I don't give a fuck. I don't want to hear that shit.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's too many mismatches. Is
Yeah.
too much playoff experience. It's just too much. It's
Thank
too.
you.
So that should be an easy one. 4-1. I say 4-1.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That gentleman sweep. I think
If
gentleman sweep for most of
God
these.
shed light on the Magic, maybe 4-2, but I don't see it. I say
Come
4-1.
on. Come on, bro. It's 4-1. It's 4-1. And
Yeah.
Celtics, no, Cavaliers, Heat. Come on. I know
That,
the Heat
that
did
should
did
be that should
well.
be a 4-1. I'll maybe push it to a 4-2 just because it's Heat culture.
Yeah.
For some reason the Heat, man, they like their point guard now, Mitchell, number 45. Where did he come from? You know what I mean? He's out there starting point guard, or he's playing great at point guard. Tyler Hero stepping up,
Yeah.
and I've always loved Bam Adebayo. I've
Yeah.
always loved the Bam Adebayo. He's a great fucking player.
Gets the job
He's
done.
somebody I would love on the Knicks. Like I would love Bam Adebayo on the Knicks, bro. Hell yeah, he's definitely a Knicks kind of guy, bro. Like he plays hard, he scores when he needs to, he plays great fucking defense. He can
That's the
guard
type of
a
player you need.
perimeter. He can guard do it like if you do a pick and roll, Bam Adebayo, he'll guard a guard. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? He's fucking great. He's good. But is that enough? No.
No. No. Celtics, Cavaliers have too much. You have Donovan Mitchell. You have Darius Garland. That's too much firepower.
Yeah, Evan
So
Mobley been playing great.
yeah. Who's it? Jared Allen. He
Yeah,
stepped up. You know,
he's been playing.
apparently the lights aren't too bright for him anymore. So like,
Their
that.
bench, they got DeAndre Hunter just put him over the top, bro. That was a great pickup in the trade deadline. They got him. They got Max Struess.
Mm-hmm.
They got a good 7, 8, 9 guys, bro. You know what I'm saying? That are just too much. I've seen them against the Knicks, bro. It's just been ridiculous. Like they blowing us out every game. We can't. You know what I'm saying? We can't. They're just too much to me. You know what I mean? So I think it should be a 4-1.
Yeah.
I would maybe push 4-2 because it's the Heat. They play
I agree
hard,
with
and Pat Riley and Spoelstra, they'll come
Spoelstra.
together, kind of plan or some shit. Uh, and the Cavs, to me, I don't know. They're number one seed, but I still think it's the Celtics, the best of the East.
Exactly. I totally agree. There's no
Yeah.
one beating the Celtics unless Jalen Brown's hurt or like his knee. That's the only way I see them losing. But yeah, you're right. It's the Celtics. Um, and then like I said, the last one is the Rockets Warriors. I think we all chose the Warriors in like 6 or 7.
We didn't choose that. We didn't choose that. So I'm just
Okay, we didn't choose.
choosing it now. Uh, I don't know. That's tough, but I would just go Warriors. 6 or 7 around there.
Yeah.
Um, just because it's Steph and Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they've been there. Steve Kerr's been there. Draymond's been there.
Yeah.
Draymond might be looking at defensive player of the year. You know,
Exactly.
so we'll see how that goes. But I think the experience would be too much
Yeah.
for the Rockets. But one thing you gotta say, they the number one, they're the number two seed.
See, for a reason.
They're the number two seed for a reason. The other Thompson, his brother plays for the Pistons. He's been incredible all year. Jalen Green's been incredible.
Yep.
Sengun's been incredible.
Same.
Um, they've been good. They're athletic. They're young. But that's the issue to me is they have a lot
The
of young.
young. That's what I was thinking.
A
Yeah.
lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't see too much. I think the biggest bet is Steven Adams. I think. I don't know how much he really plays like that.
Yep.
But yeah, that's their problem. They're inexperienced.
Yeah.
What are you gonna like? What's gonna be their comeback if Steph is banging fucking 3, 4, 5 threes in a row
Yeah.
and screaming and saying this is my house and you know what I mean? Like, can they recoup from that? That's gonna
That's
be the
all.
thing. It's the same thing that happened when I said with the Knicks.
Yep.
They went on run. The Pistons couldn't recover because
Nope.
they're young. They haven't been there before. It's gonna be the same thing with the Rockets. Can the Rockets withstand those runs that the
Yeah.
Warriors are gonna give? But they have a good coach. I love their coach. Doka.
Udoka. Udoka.
He's
Yeah.
been
He's gonna.
great. He look what he did with the Celtics. He brought them from nothing to something,
Yeah.
And he did the same. There's a second year with the Rockets, and look what he's done with them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So hopefully, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But I have the Warriors. But
I
I think it'll be a fun series to watch.
yeah, I agree so too. I got the Warriors in like 6. And the only reason, like I say, we agree is that the Rockets are young. But the thing about the Warriors that I don't like is that they're a small team and like they can get out rebounded like hell. Um, who was it? The Edie, the dude who was on like I think he
Yeah,
was at
yeah.
the
He killed them.
he killed them.
He
So
killed.
now you're about to face another bit like yo, you guys can't rebound. And I love Draymond, like he's a gritty
Yeah,
player, but he is lacking size in and like
yeah,
and rebounding. So like they're gonna get killed on the boards, and and so like I think that's the only thing that can really hamper them. And if the Rockets can find a way to like quell some of the Stephen Curry runs and Jimmy Butler, they could win the series. But I
yeah,
just think if they're not there yet. They're still a young team. Udoka's a great coach,
yeah,
but I still see the Warriors having the veteran experience to win these games, especially when it's like close. They can find a way to get easy bucket better than the Rockets can. I think that's the problem. I think that's where the Warriors separate from the Rockets for me.
yeah. All right, so let's get to the NFL draft here. Thursday, right?
Yeah, Thursday is the day. Will the Giants take Shador? Will the Patriots pick up Travis Hunter? I think for me, I want to see where the first pick goes, and that's when I think we'll get the sense of where the draft was going. And I think for me, for the draft is I just want to see the trades and the picks and like who are we taking? Because you know someone's going to trade. You know someone's going to trade before this draft is over.
Yeah. Well, the draft. The story is Shador.
Yeah. Where does
That's the
Shador
draft.
go?
That's the story of the whole fucking draft. Are the Giants taking Shador? We know Cam Ward's going first.
Mm-hmm.
Second pick, is looking like Travis Hunter is going to go to the Browns.
Oh
Um,
gosh.
yeah,
Jesus.
I think the Browns are going to take Travis Hunter, or do they take Abdul Carter? You know,
They might. I see Abdul Carter. They say Abdul Carter might go third. So you know
yeah.
that is
But,
what it
but,
is.
but I'm hearing Travis Hunter going to the fucking Browns. That's what I'm hearing.
He should hold out. God, good God, bro. Like,
Yeah,
listen.
but he's a gamer. I think Travis Hunter. He'll go anywhere. He's
Yeah,
willing to go to the NFL. I think Shador is more of like where he gonna go. Um, but I think Travis Hunter don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I think he just wants to go to the NFL. He wants to
yeah,
play, and he really wants to go to a team that's like gonna let him play both sides.
yes.
And the Browns are so bad, they'll let him.
They're gonna let him. But you know, oh my God.
So so like see so what? the Patriots, they're a real rigid organization.
Hmm.
Giants are real rigid. A lot of organizations are real rigid. They might be like, bro, you're not playing both sides. You know what I mean? When the Browns, it looks like the Browns are willing to do that. I think they'll probably have him play mostly corner
Yeah.
and sprinkle, like do a Dion thing, like have him play corner and then sprinkle it, like have packages for him on offense.
Okay, that'd be fine because I don't want him playing like he doesn't understand. Like this is the NFL. Playing both sides that can wear you out, and you can get
Yeah,
hurt like that. So
yeah,
like I want him to go somewhere where it's like yeah, because the Browns are desperate. Browns want players, so they'll be like yo, you want to play offense? Yeah, you want to play defense? Sometimes you do need that
yeah,
rigid to be like hey, I know you can do this, but let's not.
yeah.
Sometimes it's like some bets like it's pulling you away from yourself. So Abdul Carter, I think he'll go third. Who's third again? I don't even
The
know who's third.
Giants.
Oh, you guys might pick Abdul Carter up, or
Yeah,
I really
I'm,
think you guys
I'm
should go with
hearing
Shador.
from what I hear, the rumors is picking up that we're getting Abdul Carter. That's the
Yeah,
rumors,
yeah.
and I don't know what's going on with Shador.
He's kind of
Um,
fallen. He's kind of fallen
yeah,
out
he's
there.
falling.
Yeah,
He's falling, and it's weird because I kind of was like kind of cool with getting Shador, but now that everybody's kind of like off on him, it's kind of weird. Like, are they seeing something in the workouts,
yeah,
or like what's going on here? You know what I mean? And it's looking like I thought he was going to Vegas,
yeah.
and they signed Geno Smith to 2 years.
So
Is
he's not
Shador
going
gonna
there.
wait
Yeah,
2 years to play? I don't think so.
no.
So I don't know if he's going to Vegas. It looks like it's not. But
It looks like he's going to the Saints. That's what they're saying. He might go to the Saints.
yeah, people are saying that it's looking like the Saints. Like they said the Jets are at 7.
But
But
they're not. They're not.
I think yeah, Dion will stop that. Dion's
Yeah,
like no. Dion will be like no, and they just signed Justin Fields.
exactly.
So they might not go that way. It's looking like the Saints right now, and I think the Giants held a last private workout with Shador because they're trying to drive the price up. I
Yeah,
think they want the Saints to trade them,
yeah.
like trade the ninth pick. You get Shador, and see what falls to them at night. I don't know what their plan is. Supposedly they said there's some second round quarterbacks out there the Giants could pick up and see if they can groom them into something, but that's far fetched, man. How many second round, third round? Yeah, you got Russell Wilson, you got Tom Brady, at this
That's
guy.
what. Yeah, I know what
But
you're trying to say.
second, third, fourth round quarterbacks, they don't really amount to shit.
Mm-mm.
It's very, very rare. You know what I mean? So do you even go that route? Do you wait it out? They're saying next year's quarterback draft is supposed to be really heavy.
Yeah, deep. Yeah, boss.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really heavy. So do the Giants just say, you know what, we take Abdul Carter and we just hold out for next year? Fuck it.
Damn,
We're still gonna Russell Wilson for the year,
Jameis.
and James Winston, and we'll just ride it out and see where it goes. So that could be a possibility. We'll see, but that's the big story. I'm watching. I'm tuning in Thursday. I want to see what
Oh,
happens. It's
of
gonna be a
course.
fucking soap opera on fucking Thursday.
I can't wait. I'm gonna do a live reaction for the Patriots pick. Whoever they pick, I'm reacting to that. Oh, I hope it's something that I hope they're talking about we can get an offensive lineman, but Patriots need a lot. They're in a bad place.
Yeah, they're in a bad place. So I don't know. I don't know. I haven't heard much about the fourth pick. Who they projected for you guys to get?
I don't even know. Oh my god, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like it was Travis Hunter like a week ago, but everyone, it's all based on needs right now. So they're saying offensive lineman. God, I really hope it's not like that, but
I mean,
I'll
hey,
be
you get offensive
watching.
lineman. It's somebody that could protect Drake May. You know what I mean? So look at it that
I
way.
got it. I got it. I hope. I hope it looks like it could be a good draft. So I'm here for it. Whatever happens, I'll still be a Patriots fan. I know for you, if they get Abdul, if they get Shador, you'll be happy with that regardless, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'll be happy regardless. Let's see where it goes. But
Oh, they're saying the Patriots we might get the running back, Genty,
really?
Ashanti Genty. Yeah, that's the I'm looking at. I don't know.
And pair him with Ramondre?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. That's weird.
These teams know better than I do, apparently. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. They got their scouts. So you got anything else to say about this draft? Or are you just ready for it to get over with, as I
I'm ready.
am?
Ready for Thursday. For the talks of Shador and the Giants to fucking end already. I
All
just want.
right. So moving on, Lee Corso is retiring from College Game Day, which is crazy. I'm gonna miss his Saturdays where it was the big game, and then he would either fool you or he puts on the hat and he's done.
Yeah,
Jeez, man, we getting old. This is all this shows me. We're just getting old.
bro. This guy. How old is Lee Corso? Like fucking 70, 80 years old.
I don't
It's
even
over.
know.
It's over. Think about even inside the NBA. I think Chuck is like 670 now.
Chuck said,
Shit.
yeah, oh yeah, Lee Corso 89. Whoop.
That's wild, bro. How long is he supposed to be on TV, man? Come on,
Yeah.
break. You know what I mean?
Hubie Brown just retired too. Like think about it like that. Like we're losing a lot of our people, man. Chuck's 62, so he got some still some time.
Yeah.
But like Dick Vitale, he you don't know how long he's gonna keep calling college games. So like it just shows that like yo, we're moving on and we're getting older and we just gotta get ready for the new wave of
Who's the
announcers.
new wave though? Desmond Howard and Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
They're ass. Desmond's alright. Pat McAfee, he could be entertaining at times,
He's
but
better on his podcast than he is on like commentary and stuff like that. Like I feel
yeah,
like he shines in his con I sure he shines in his podcast because that's his place and he's
yeah.
allowed to do that's where he's really good at.
But he could be entertaining at times. But I don't know. Lee Corso, he was a staple for college game day. Wore the mascot hats or whatever the fuck
Mhm.
it is. And hey, man, happy retirement, man. College games gonna miss him.
Word.
And
I'm missing,
all
bro.
these guys that we grew up watching, man, who's replacing them, man? Y'all young generation need to start finding y'all fucking y'all. You know what it is? This young generation, their celebrities are streamers.
Yes.
It's not commentators and
No.
all the shit. It's streamers. So
Stream all streamers, bro.
like think about it. Who's the new actors? I've been talking about this. When Denzel's done and Pacino with De Niro, and they're getting there. When these guys are
Yeah.
done, who's the next up?
I don't know.
Who's
You got your Michael B. Jordans and stuff like that, but like they're there, but like we've been watching them for a long time too. We're talking about like who's like that next wave after them. Like I don't know. I don't know.
yeah. Um.
Ah,
So we'll see. But yeah. Shout out to Lee Corso, man. Happy retirement, bro.
yeah, man, enjoy it, man. You've done more than enough for us. 89 years old and you still doing it, man? You're still out there. I hope to be doing whatever I like to that age. So
Yeah. Word.
moving
I'll
on.
just be alive at 89.
That's why you gotta do something you love. You'll
Jesus.
stay
I
alive,
even I
man.
even
You'll
know
stay
what I love.
alive.
Yeah. Around. Yeah. But yeah, let's
So
get to WrestleMania Day One. I missed WrestleMania Day One. I'm watching the game yesterday, so I didn't get to
nah,
watch Day One.
it was a good night. Jey Uso won the first match, so he's the heavyweight champion. It was a
Which we
not
which we knew already.
yeah, we called that one, which was a really, really good moment. I loved seeing like, the crowd doing his little pose and stuff like that. You know, uh you always gonna have and then you have people on Twitter mad about it, but wrestling fans weird me out anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I was happy for him. I love moments seeing people start from bottom, you get to the top and they get their moment. And it's
Yeah,
at WrestleMania. It's always good.
yeah,
So, well, I think we all said Jade won her first WrestleMania match. They had a really good production for her coming out because it was really good. She
yeah.
looked good in the match. Naomi helped her, and she won, and she got to show off her strength. I was,
Yeah, she had to win. She's a star.
very big star, very
They
big star.
somebody you could definitely build around. As
Mm-hmm.
far as like this new wave of female wrestlers that are coming up, and we're in an era of female empowerment.
Yes.
Um, you know, she's definitely someone you could ride on. And who's the other one? Bianca, is it?
Bianca Belair. Yeah.
Until yeah, she's definitely someone that they're gonna ride those two people
Yep.
and see where it
And
goes. But yeah, we all knew she was gonna win, Jade. You know.
and unfortunately, Rey Mysterio got hurt Friday, so they had to replace him with another guy, Ray Phoenix, and he lost Americano Grande, the yeah, I gotta show you the package because it's the most hilarious thing of all time. They're like breaking down all the luchadors of the past, and they show Americano Grande, and it's like it's English. I was like, yo, this shit is hilarious, bro. I like when they do stuff like that. That's when wrestling's fun, when you can make fun of stuff and
Yeah.
people don't get mad about it. I think that's where wrestling truly shines at sometimes. Um, Next one, Jacob Fatu. He won his United States Championship match, which was
Yeah.
great. Good moment for him. He beat LA Knight. LA Knight, good run. But come on, it was
Yeah.
Jacob
We
Fatu.
knew we knew Jacob was gonna win. We called that one too.
And then what was it? We had New Day win the tag team belts. They won the tag team championship belts. So they became the
New
champions.
is the one with
New
Kofi, right?
Yep, with the one with Kofi
Yep.
Kingston and stuff like that.
I
Yep,
told you New
they
Day was gonna
won.
win.
Yeah, you did. You
I
did.
told you New Day was gonna win.
And then we had Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte, which was actually a really brutal match. Tiffany Stratton broke her teeth in the match and stuff like that, had welts all over her and stuff. I was like, yes, I like when women, like you said, these new women, they're trying to show that we can be physical and shit like that.
Yeah.
But Tiffany Stratton won. Like you said, we understood that it was a passing of the torch moment for from
Yeah.
Charlotte to Tiffany Stratton. So Tiffany won. And then you had the main event, which was Roman versus Punk
The
versus Seth.
biggest moment of the night, right?
Yeah.
For
And yeah, you say it.
for Heyman, he killed it. He betrayed the tribal chief. But I didn't like kind of how it went down though. Like it was cool, but then it wasn't shocking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't like when John Cena turned here. But I was like, yo, what the fuck? She went viral the next day. Da da da.
Yeah.
Like Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman have been cool for a long time. They've been
Hmm.
that should have been a bigger moment. And then even the way he did it, like he like punched his ball and kept his hand there, like
Yeah.
like come on, man. You could have did it. You could have did it a little better. I think that's what killed the moment. They did it wrong. Maybe you could have did a chair thing.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe you could have hit him with the title. Maybe you could have like when he was maybe he does his finisher or some shit on Seth. When he
Yeah.
goes to pin him, he hits the ref or he pulls Roman Reigns'
Roman
leg.
Reigns off. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it could have been a different way. I think that's what fucked it up. Was the way it went down. I think it should have been
Yeah.
a bigger moment because um, you know, like I said, they've been cool for a long time.
Yeah.
Heyman's back for a long time.
Yep.
So I think it was cool. It didn't go viral probably how
No.
they wanted it to do. But I don't know. Where do they go from here now with
Now
like
you got three matches that you can have because now Roman's in a different world because now he has no family, he has no bloodline, he has
yeah
no he has no wise man. CM Punk, he's kind of gonna be feel betrayed too because Heyman low blowed him as well. So
yeah
now, but I want to know where they go with Seth because now Seth's the Paul Heyman guy, and now Seth has the wise man. So does this elevate Seth to winning the chain? I'm all here for it. I love
yeah.
seeing this story work out for itself. So I'm just here for the ride. I'm not trying to predict. I
We
want to
we
see where
both
the
we both we both picked Seth too, right?
yeah, we both picked Seth. We both
Yeah,
I picked him as an underdog. I thought he was the odd man out. Everyone said Roman or Punk were the favorites, and I was like, you know what? I'm going with Seth. I think Seth pulls this one out.
yeah.
So we have night two tonight. We got a list of matches. You want to do predictions, or you just want to move on to the next topic?
We can do quick predictions.
All right. So you have AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. at
Oh God,
WrestleMania.
I'm tired of Logan Paul, bro. Jesus, I hope AJ Styles beats the shit out of him. I got
I think that's the
Styles.
story of it.
I got AJ Styles. Fuck that shit. Logan Paul probably win. I'll be honest, but I'm gonna pick AJ Styles.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with I'll go with Logan. I'll go with Logan.
Yeah, he
I
should win.
like
I think he should win because they're trying to, for some reason, Triple H trying to elevate Logan Paul.
yeah.
You know, he had him come out last at Royal Rumble, like,
Hmm.
oh, like he's trying to make Logan Paul a thing. I don't
Yeah.
think he'll ever be a thing in wrestling. You know, he is good streamer with his brother. They do the boxing.
Yeah, I think that's why they like it.
They
You
know
know,
how
that's
to
what they.
promote. They
Hmm.
do good business. I give him that.
Yeah.
He has a successful podcast.
Yeah.
He does all that shit right. I just don't think wrestling's for him.
Yeah.
I just don't. But they're gonna keep trying, I guess. So Logan
So
Paul should win. I just want AJ Styles to win. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I just want it.
Uh,
But you
I
can't
agree.
have Logan Paul lose because then what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the next move? AJ Styles what? You know what I mean? What's the next move?
Yeah.
You know?
You kind of need Logan Paul to win this one.
Yeah.
So moving on, you have Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest. Damian Priest, from Brooklyn, Puerto Rican, going up against the Scottish Psychopaths. I'm going with Drew in this one. I don't know about you. Who you got? Damian Priest versus.
Drew was the one that had a good matchup at the rest. Yeah, that was a matchup of the weekend.
Yeah,
That one with who was it against? At Elimination Chamber, right? It was Drew McIntyre, was it?
versus what was it? CM Punk, where they bled and all that other stuff, or was it might have been. I don't even
No,
remember.
what was the match that was the best match of the fucking night? It was that. Oh no, it was Kevin Owens versus
Oh, Cody.
no, the fucking the no holds barred match at Elimination Chamber with Kevin Owens and the other guy from Canada.
Oh, Sami Zayn, Sami Zayn, Sami.
Yeah,
That's not him. That's not
that's
him.
not him.
That's not him. No, that's
Drew
not him.
McIntyre was in Elimination Chamber though, right? Was
He
he?
was in Elimination Chamber.
That's what.
He was in the 6 man way. He was in the 6 man match. He got
Yeah.
eliminated. Okay, yeah.
Um. So Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest. But what's the story for Drew McIntyre? I think Drew McIntyre had his run at one time.
Yeah, this run. Yeah, he's the anger bitter man who hates everyone who like
Yeah,
trolls
he
on
had fun.
yeah.
Like, what would be the reason for him to win? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah,
what's next
because
after him? You know what I'm saying? What's next after him winning?
you need him to lose so he can keep bitching. Like, like that's his character. Be like, yo, everyone screwed me and stuff like that. So I could see him losing and continue and be like, yo, everyone's against me and stuff like that.
But
That's
I feel like the theme right now of WrestleMania is passing on the torch.
yeah.
They're trying to move to a new kind of era, for the WWE. Now they're going to Netflix and they're making it bigger. And
Yeah.
WrestleMania came out and they had the tag team on Kevin Bates podcast. They
Oh
had,
yeah, that was good. I saw that. I like that.
yeah, they had Cody on ESPN.
Yeah.
So they're trying to make it bigger, and it's
Yeah.
like this is where you got to pick your stars.
hmm
You got to line them up. So I don't think it makes sense for Drew to win. I'm gonna go Damian Priest.
Damian Priest. All right.
I'm gonna go Damian.
And okay, that's fair. And then we have the Intercontinental Championship. We have Braun Breaker, the Steiner's the Steiner's kids. And then we have Penta. He's a new guy. We have Finn Balor, and then we have Dominic Mysterio, Rey Mysterio's son. I'm not gonna lie, I can see Dom winning this because Dom's the odd man out. Dom's the one where he's a sneaky guy, where it's
Yeah,
like everyone else is like focused on beating the other person, and I can see Dom like getting a sneaky win, like
yeah.
covering someone after two people have done the finishing move on each other, and Dom like running in and like covering and winning the
Yeah.
Intercontinental Championship. I like Braun Breaker. But I think Braun Breaker now needs to move on. Like he's been at the Intercontinental level for too long. You need to start, like you said, you need to start pushing him up to the top, to the main spot.
He's good, Braun Breaker. He's actually really
Hmm.
good, and
Yeah,
and he really showed me something at the Royal Rumble.
yeah,
He carried the Rumble for a while.
Yo, when he speared I show speed, bro. Like, you
Yeah,
know how many times they.
he was in the Rumble for a long time, and
Mm-hmm.
carried it. Him, Roman Reigns, and
Yo,
the other guy, like they were in there for a while, and
yeah.
they were eliminating people, and I think Brown Breaker. I think the day after the after
We're having technical difficulties right now. The, the scumbag is frozen, or maybe I'm frozen. Uh, so I'm gonna go on with the next predictions. We have Randy Orton versus a mysterious opponent. I think they're calling it Rusev. I think it might be Rusev returning. Randy Orton versus Rusev. Give Rusev a good victory at WrestleMania. And then we have Liv Morgan and what is her name? Raquel Rodriguez versus a mysterious opponent versus Lyra Valkyrie. I think this is where Becky Lynch returns. Shout out to Bailey for giving someone else a WrestleMania moment. It sucks to not be on the card, but Bailey's a soldier, and I respect Bailey wonderfully. And then we have one of the main events. We have Bianca Belair versus Io versus Rhea. Bianca is a star, and I think she is the one who wins the match. I like Rhea, but I think Rhea's had the belt a little too much for me. Io, Io has been forgotten in this, but I think Io puts on the best show. But I think Bianca Belair gets the win at the end of the night. And then we have the main event: Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. And listen, I like Cody Rhodes, but I think the 17-time champion is here today. Cena gets his win and breaks Ric Flair's record. I saw Ric Flair. I saw you smoking that pack. You getting ready to have your you getting ready to have your championship reign be. But nah, Cena, ever since he's turned heel, has been cutting some of the best promos. He told the fans to go kick rock. He made fun of that fat little kid in the front row, bro. I'm telling you, I love everything Cena do. The one thing I wish Cena would do is tell a kid to give up. When he comes out, he tells the kid, "Yo, give up on the shit." Nah, but I'm going with Cena to win at the end of the night. I know Rock and Travis Scott are going to be involved, and I want to see what Rock and Travis Scott do to help Cena win, or does Cena win clean up? I don't think Cena wins clean. He's a heel. He has to cheat to win. And while we wait for Scumbag McGee, I'm gonna go on to Pepper Takes. And our first Pepper Takes is do you care about this all-female celebrity Blue Origin space trip? Listen, I am all happy for people making money and doing their things, but listen, there ain't no fucking way you get me to do some bullshit like that. I respect them for doing that type of stuff, but I saw some of their face; they were not happy doing it. But it's a good little thing. Get some of these celebrities off the, you know, doing some shit that they would never do. So I'm all for it. I'll be watching it, not live, but I'll see the clips of it, and I'm happy that they got some stuff going on. And while we wait for Scumbag McGee, we can just kind of go through these type of things. We already did a podcast on Friday, so BET announces a Martin spinoff show about Varnell Hill. Listen, the spinoffs to me are cool, but it just kind of loses its touch because Tommy's not here. But I'm always gonna watch it. I want to see what they do for it. Martin was one of those classic shows that growing up. So I just feel like BT needs to give it the love, and they need to give Martin and people like who are in charge of it, let them control it and keep it moving on. Don't try to do too much woke stuff in it, because then it loses its thing. Because I see that with a lot of the new shows, like a lot of shows that they bring back, they try to put the new message in it, and it loses what made it great. Let the show be great. Let it talk the way it talked back in the day. I get it. The world's changed, the atmosphere's changed, but let comedy be itself. Please, BET. I know your higher ups will not like that, but let the show breathe. I promise you, it will not hurt you. Let the show breathe. I'm begging you. I'm begging you on this Easter Sunday as you help your kids find and pick their eggs. Please let this new Martin spinoff breathe. It has potential to be great. God. Okay. And next topic, we got Tracee Ellis. She was on Michelle Obama's podcast talking about how she only dates younger men because toxic men. Come on, bro. Like, listen, if you just want to say you want to have a phase, cool. Listen, Tracee Ellis is a magnificent woman, fine ass woman, bro. Like, and she's always been single, bro. Listen, you're gonna find it in every age of men. I get it. I think her biggest problem is a lot of the older men call her out on her bullshit, so she doesn't want to be around that. But don't get me wrong, the younger men will pick up on your shit too. They'll just go with you because you're fine. That's the problem you're gonna run into. Do you want to put up with the younger dudes just dealing with you because yo you cute? But they still know you want some bullshit too. And then guess what? They're gonna play you on the same thing. Yo, women, yo, y'all don't have to say everything y'all doing. We really don't care. Like, yo, if that's what you want to do, go right ahead. Like, yo, there's toxic masculinity in all men. Like, you're not gonna run away from it. My only problem is if this was a man doing it, it'd be a different thing. But that's not for me to judge. I judge no one. Not like a lot of people. Listen, if you want to do that and be happy and that's what you want to do, Tracy Ellis Ross, go right ahead. Just know your DMs will be filled with a lot of dudes who know what they want. So I ain't got nothing else to say. Thank you guys for joining us on this Sunday. We went an hour long. I'm sure Scumbag McGee will have some things to say, but we'll have our predictions out later for WrestleMania. We'll do our MVP picks. I might put in some playoff bets for the Warriors Rockets game. So tune in. Thank you guys.
All right. Something going on my phone, guys. But let's say we're probably gonna have to end this podcast. 35 people tuning in. Sorry about that shit. But I don't know what the hell's going on my phone. Let me see if I figure this out now. But I have no fucking idea what's going on. I don't even know if I should get Zaza back in here. I'll just end the podcast now. For some reason, my phone was dying while charging. Yeah, look, I'm doing it again. All right, guys. Yeah, we're gonna have to end the podcast here. But yo, appreciate you tuning in. I figured out for next time. We had a couple fucking shit to go, but let me see if this. Yeah, it ain't gonna hold the charge. All right, guys. Peace out. Appreciate y'all.